I'm Bonni-Dara Michaels, the Collections Curator of Yeshiva University Museum. Our collection consists of fine art, folk art, clothing and textiles, ethnographic material, and archaeological artifacts, and spans the Bronze Age to the present. This Passover textile was made in Galicia in the 18th century. The border, which is silk with metal thread embroidery, is decorated with Hebrew inscriptions, including the Order of the Seder, and motifs related to the Passover story, including a man with a sheep and a circular matzah. All matzah was circular until the introduction of mechanization and mass production in the early 19th century. It is unclear whether this was used during the Seder or was a purely decorative piece. This next piece is a Passover show towel, a Seder tzvel, made in Alsace around 1830 of painted linen. It was an Alsatian custom to greet guests by providing materials for them to wash their hands on arrival in a person's home. The dirty towel the guest used to dry afterward was covered with a decorative towel. At the top of the towel is a depiction of a wreath containing a coat of arms. Many wealthy Jews adopted a coat of arms, even though these were not accepted by the local government. Under this is a Hebrew inscription listing the order of the Passover Seder. In the center, we see Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. At the bottom of the towel is a listing of the 10 plagues, flanked by a depiction of the angel of death to your left and the rabbis at Bnei Brak to your right. This is a matzah cover used for the Passover Seder. It was made by Celia Bergeson, probably in Maryland, but definitely in the United States, in 1906. The Hebrew inscription is the blessing recited before eating matzah. The inscription is surrounded by flowers, including roses and cornflowers, but there are also some stalks of wheat, possibly referring to the fact that matzah is made from wheat flour and water. It is likely that Ms. Bergeson copied the flowers from patterns in a ladies' magazine, which would not have been Jewish. 3 matzahs are used during the Passover Seder in a particular set order. The matzah cover used for the Seder is divided into 3 sections, one for each matzah, so that they can be retrieved at the appropriate time. Some matzah covers, like this one, have tabs at the bottom, inscribed Kohen, Levi, and Israel, so that they can be distinguished from each other. The simpler items that are more likely to have been done by the woman at home in her free time, because you're not supposed to sit there with idle hands, those can be the ones that resonate the most with me. This piece is a matzah container made in Hessen, Germany in the 1920s. At this time, women embroidered many items for the home. Many of the Passover items we now purchase in gift shops would have been made by the woman at home. This container is simply decorated with a border and a Hebrew inscription, which translates, "You will eat matzah for 7 days," Exodus 23:15. Thank you for joining me today, and have a happy Passover.